All right, fellas, welcome back. Let's see here. Tonight, on this Friday night, after 5 o'clock, we got some shop card shout outs. We got a couple channel shout outs. And we going to show what we've been doing on our buddy build with Chase over at 408 Model Shop. All right, fellas, first up is I got Grumpy Greg's Model and Toys card, man. I love that card right there. That is such a cool looking card. I really like that build right there, man. That looks like some kind of older kit, man. Old hot rod. That's cool, man. Greg's Modeling Toys. Grumpy Greg, might add. But before I get real far into this, I meant to start this off like this, man. I want to show y'all something. Not that it means anything to anybody, but I kind of I kind of look at this kind of stuff. But both of these cards, these first two cards, only two cards that I've got tonight, both of them went through Buffalo, postmarked, I guess is what you call it, Buffalo, New York, August 26th of 24, PM1 and ale. I don't know what all that means. 1 PM and ale. I don't know what that means. But I kind of I kind of thought that was cool, man. Uh, Probably not a lot of people look at that stuff or care, but I thought it was kind of cool, man. Grumpy Greg's Modeling Toys, man. Really cool channel. I've been sub to him for a while, watching his stuff, and finally I worked up the courage to send him an email for a shop card, man. And he sent me one. And Greg, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words on the back. And man, he's got a lot of videos. Let's see here. The one that sticks out in my mind the most is on that Saturday night short track group build. He did one of those 34 slammers, and I watched it back when he did it, and I went on bought one of them kits anyway. But he said his was twisted and warped, and I guess it was in pretty daggone rough shape. But anyway, man, he worked through it and got that jewel built. And man, I'm telling you what, that rascal turned out sharp. I love that color that he put on it. And Greg, man, you made a twisted up, warped up build look really good, man. I really like that car. That's the one that sticks out in my mind the most. And let's see here. Last weekend, man, last Sunday model cars and coffee put on by Left Coast Model Cars, man. Model Car Builds, I'm sorry. He showed his coffee cup, man, and man, fellers, I'm kind of easy myself, but it touched my heart, man. He showed his coffee cup, had one of his granddaughters on it. He said that was the biggest accomplishment in his life, so to speak, and being called granddaddy. Man, that's cool, Greg. I love that coffee cup, man, and that's so cool. Fellers, y'all go check out Grumpy Greg's Modeling Toys. You ain't gonna be disappointed. Give him a sub, give him a like. You're gonna go ahead and sub because you're gonna like his stuff that he does over there, man. Cool channel, cool feller. Greg, man, I appreciate the card. I appreciate the kind words on the back, feller. Means a lot. All right, let's see here. Next up is Tim over at Box Stock Garage. Man, he hadn't had his channel going very long, and he's killer channel, man. His channel is it's one of the ones that you always want to watch what he puts up because he always puts up really cool stuff, man. Really cool builds that he's doing, and on his, man, again, man. I'm a race car feller, man. I ain't gonna lie about it. On his the one that sticks out to me the most was his Saturday night short track group build. He did it was some kind of a vintage dirt modified kit. I think if I ain't mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think it was Model King or something like that. It was a 2-in-1, and the one he did for that, man, that was really cool, man. that was turned out to be a really sharp build. That's the video that sticks out the most in my mind on Box Stock Garage. Once again, fellas, y'all definitely need to check this feller out. And also, Grumpy Greg's Model and Toys, you need to check him out. Let's see here. Lately, I've been watching Tim build the Evil Iron Trike. That rascal is looking cool, and I'm pretty sure that that's a Triumph motor on it. He said, and I can't remember, but by the way the pipes come off the heads, man, I'm pretty sure it's a Triumph. Really cool build he's got going there, man. And Tim, man, I appreciate your channel. I appreciate your work. I appreciate everything you do, as well as Grumpy Greg, man. Can't thank y'all enough for sharing that stuff. You fellers definitely need to go check out both of these channels, Grumpy Greg's Model and Toys and Box Stock Garage. These fellers right here is, man, look, if you're watching me, go watch them guys, really. All right, fellers, Tim, man, I appreciate the kind words on the back. I appreciate the card swap. I really love that card. I love both of them builds, man. I suppose that's probably a Foose truck. I love the split bumper Camaros, man. Uh, my favorite is a 67 because I'm pretty daggone sure that that's the only year that they had wing glasses in them in the doors right here. 68 up didn't have them. But anyway, I like the split bumpers, man. I had a buddy that had one of those. I never had one of those back in the day. I love them cars. Tim, man, thank you so much for the card and the kind words on the back, man. I really appreciate you and your channel. And I hope you have a good, safe Labor Day weekend. All right, fellas, let's move on here. Now I'm into the channel shoutouts. Man, I meant to shout this guy out last week, and my little old note that I had made up, I found it after I made the video down here on the floor, and that's why I couldn't find it. And it was while I was making the video, it was really bothering me. But anyway, man, Kevin Scale Modeling, young channel. I say young, kind of a new channel. Man, y'all need to go check him out. He's doing some cool stuff. I, I've been watching him do a Chase Elliott, some kind of like tune build or something. It's one of them cars from that movie Cars. Man, I don't know nothing about it. My daughter was raised when that come out, so sorry to say I don't know much about it. But anyway, it was a little red car, the little hot rod race car deal. He's doing it up like Chase Elliott, man. That rascal right there looks good. I don't know, it might be a kid of that. But anyway, man, y'all need to go check out Kevin Scale Modeling and give him a sub, give him a like. You go ahead, like again. This is another fella, man. Go ahead and give him a sub because you're gonna like what he's doing, man. Uh, Killer paint work on that rascal right there, and plus a show I can't remember which show it was. Go check him out, you'll see it. One of his builds was in a magazine, man. That was cool right there, Kevin. Cool channel, man. I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate your channel, man, and just keep on doing what you're doing, fellas, and do what it says. Check it out, like and subscribe. He does some cool stuff, fellas. Go check him out. All right, let's see here. Let's move on. This next feller, man, I think I've given him his channel a shout out before. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, I need to do it again. Dean over at Bench Racing Garage. That's another cool channel. Look, you can read it right there while I say it. Check out Dean. He's really cool, man. Give him a like, give him a subscribe to Dean over at Bench Racing Garage. Man, I met this feller down at Louisville at only the first model car show, second model car swap meet I've ever been to in my life. I met him and got to shake his wife's hand. Dean, man, I I was really happy to get to meet you. Uh, that was cool, man. To shake your hand, man, and your wife as well. That was really cool, man. That was one of the highlights of the day, fellers. So if y'all haven't, and you probably already have, you done seen him. Dean over at Bench Racing Garage, man. Go check him out, man. Give him a sub and a like. He's doing some cool stuff. I watched this morning before I went to work. He's done a couple 56 builds. One of them is a Pro Street, and the other one was like he went off of a picture of his dad's car, 56 Chevy back in the day, and daggone man, the Pro Street build really looks good. It's blue and silver. I think he meant for it to be blue and white, but it turned out blue and silver. But the red 56 that was like his what he showed in the picture of his dad's car, man, that right there is a really cool build. That's one of my favorites right there. Dean, man, you did a killer job on that rascal. I know you had some problems with it, but dang on, man, that rascal turned out sweet in the end. Fellers, check out Bench Racing Garage. You ain't going to be disappointed. So let's move on here, fellers. Next up is, if you want one of my cards, shoot me an email. Let you see the card here in a minute. Decide whether or not you want one of these things. Uh, Shoot me an email, man. HotRodsModelShop@gmail.com. Shoot me an email, man. I'd be more than happy to get one of these rascals sent out to you. You don't have to have a channel. I don't care about a swap or nothing else. I want to send them out to you. Let's get this out of the way and move along here, fellers. We're trying to do these things a little bit quicker. All right, next up is what we've kind of done this week on our buddy build with Chase over at 408 Model Shop. Fellers, it has been a hot week this week at work, and when I got home and took a shower, got me something to eat, I surely didn't feel like doing much else. But we did do a little bit of stuff this week, very little. But this is our 71 Himikuda by Revell that we're doing and our buddy build with Chase. And speaking of that, man, he is, let's see, him and his wife and daughter is going to the Smokies this weekend for a little getaway. That's cool, Chase. Be careful. Take care of that youngin'. And anyway, he told me that he was gonna. He already had a video made, and he was gonna try to put it up tonight when he got to where he was going there. So he's going to be showing what he's doing and what he's done so far. But you fellers might want to check it out. It's really cool. Uh, Chase over at 408 Model Shop. All right, this is my 71 CUDA, man. I ain't done no whole lot. Let me drop this rascal right here. That right there, by the way, come from Red Scale Scrapyard. That little pointer along with his shop card. Very cool, man. Thank you, Red. All right, this is what we've done, man. I was trying to have it up on all four wheels and tires, and I got that done. That's about it. I've done no sanding on the body, none of this flash or whatever you want to call it. The hood scoop, I just got it taped up to the hood just to fill in the hole. The grill is nothing more than press fit in there. It'll probably fall out when I do this right here. I'm going to flip him up here. Try to keep the hood from falling off. We got our rear end assembly and front K member all painted up, and he's only taped in there. I haven't glued anything. I feel like I'm dancing with the devil on this tape anymore. However, that's not the tape that peeled the paint off the troublesome 64. But anyway, I wanted to get him setting up on all fours, and I accomplished that and not much else. All right, fellas, that's where we're at on that. Again, keep your eye out for Chase's new video. Hopefully he gets her sent to YouTube tonight and it gets put up. But anyway, keep your eye out for that, man. It's going to be cool what you're going to see. Let's move him right here for right now. If I can do this. All right, next up is our 64. Man, I've let him sit over there and I pondered on him all week long. I'm in a dilemma. I don't know what to do. Dave over at Woody's, he said that like kind of feather this in and kind of primer it up like it's a work in progress. That's a really cool idea. And that I haven't kicked that to the curb yet neither because man, I really didn't want to go through all that. But anyway, whether what if we strip it and paint it or whatever, man. Dave, I like that idea. Man, that would really look cool, but I would need to add some more to it. Maybe I don't know. I've never done nothing like that. I'm on the fence, fellers. I'm letting him sit there, and I'm checking him out and seeing what's going on. However, this week we did. I showed y'all my hood wouldn't sit down on there. It's sitting down on there, fellers. She is sitting down on there. I kind of continued on with that. I hope I can get this hood off. I don't need to get it off. I need to just show you this. All right, fellers. You can see we got our hood sitting down on there. He's flush. He was setting up because he was hitting those. Again, I'm gonna call them breathers. I don't think it's what they are. But anyway, we got our hole opened up, and it's not the most even hole in the world, as you can see with the scoop off of it. But look here, fellers. When I put this, if I can get this hood scoop back on, well, that's about right. But anyway, fellers, right there. Once I get the scoop on, you can't tell it. You can't you can't tell that the hole is uneven underneath of there. So anyway, fellers, that's about all we've done this week, and I set him back over there. Get our 71 back in here. That's about all we've done this week, and again, it's been a hot one. I think I think starting tomorrow is kind of supposed to cool off a little bit, so that's really cool. And oh, one more thing, I think I said before I was going to order me some paint. I didn't order none because, and it's hard to pick a color when you're looking at it on the computer. So tomorrow I'm going to Hobby Lobby, and I think they got that tester stuff. I'm gonna get some of that. I've had good luck with that before. I use that's yeah, I used that on my Earnhardt car. Turned out great. So I'm gonna go over there and pick me out a color for both of my Mopars, my Plymouth and my Dodge. And also, I've been I've seen some orange looking like tape over there for like, I guess, models. I'm gonna get me some of that stuff, and maybe I won't have that happen no more. What happened on the troublesome 64? But anyway, fellers, I hope that stuff works, fellers. That's about all I've got for this week, and man, everybody have a really good, safe Labor Day weekend, and Chase, man, have a good weekend and be safe with that youngin'. And fellers, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one.